1422, man, come through. It's the one and only Ty, that guy, man.
That was the weakest one you've ever done in your life. Where is all the energy you be having, bro? That's crazy.
Nah, I'm on the
I can't believe you just did that.
Charc, sometimes you got to be on a mellow vibe.
Hey, man, it's Chizzy. Welcome to 1422 come through. You know what I'm saying?
Charc,
that's how you got to do it, bro. Bring the energy, bro. Charc, what's going on with you?
I'm good. Sometimes you got to be on a mellow talk vibe for the listeners. You know, if you're listening, I don't want to be yelling all the time.
But you ain't, it's the intro. You got to get the listeners tuned in with the intro. They be like, all right, bet I see what kind of energy Ty on today. Because you know what I'm on.
Okay.
I'm already on go mode.
Ty the guy always on go mode.
How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was smooth, man. But I could just talk about what's going on now. You know, my mom in town and shit.
Your mama is in town.
Yeah, my mom in town. My mom, my brother.
It's crazy because I was supposed to see her today, and you hit us with a pump fake, and she didn't pull up.
I know my mom said she wanted to kick it at the crib.
I feel
jet
it though.
Lag and stuff like that.
You been having some good home cooked meals?
Nah, my mom
ain't even open this.
Yet.
Look, it's crazy. You said what?
I said my mom ain't even cooked yet.
For real?
Yeah.
Y'all just been going out to eat all day?
Nah, it's only been one day.
She only been here for one day?
Yeah.
So wow, I feel like she been here for like 2-3 days.
Nah, we had some crab legs.
Of course.
Shrimp.
Hot and juicy?
Yeah.
It
was hot and juicy too.
When you gonna ask me about my day?
Sure. How was your day? How's your week been? I don't see you every day like I usually.
I mean, because you on your spiritual journey right now. So I feel like you trying to block out certain energies. And it's kind of messed up how you been blocking my energy out, bro. But that's a topic.
I never block out your energy.
That's a topic for another day, bro. It's cool. It's cool. My weekend, I had a crazy week. You know, we had that random dude pull up to my address. You know what I'm saying? From New York.
Oh, yeah. You
was at the beach when I called you.
Yeah.
A random dude pulled up. I don't know what his problem was. But I understand that, there might be, fans and supporters and stuff, people that support you, right? But when you screenshot, bro, the dude sent me a screenshot of me walking my dog in front of my building, like in the leasing parking garage, and was like, "This is your address, I know," because I tried to tell him this ain't my address, and he was like, "I know you live here, cause look," and he was like, "Where should I go eat? Here, here, or here?" Damn. And named like the 3 places that are literally right next to my crib. So I'm like, bruh. Anyways, everything's on the internet because it went everywhere. But he pulled up, and then his problem was not with me; it was with T.O. So you reacted to it. Yeah, got in a fight with T.O.
Yeah, that was crazy.
T.O. knocked him out.
That dude even messaged me and was like, "Man, I know where you live. I'll leak your address." I was like, nah.
I don't know why people do that. That's whack, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know I might have slipped up a couple times. I leaked my addresses in a couple vlogs. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you a grown dude, and you gonna DM me talking about I'm gonna leak your address if you don't come outside. Like, bro, what do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's whack,
and then
man.
Right before the fight happened with T.O., he's walking up to T.O. He's like, "I'm a huge fan, bro." Like, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense to me, but it's cool, though. My weekend was crazy, bro. Besides that, you know what I'm saying? I've been conniving, bro.
Yeah. Your weekend was wild, but my weekend was, like, real cool, real happy.
That's good that you happy, bro. I'm glad that you happy.
Still been on the grind and all that stuff like that.
You been streaming?
Yeah. Every day.
What you streaming right now?
NBA 2K21, a little bit of Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
How's 2K21?
Man, I need some help.
What you mean?
I need some help, Charc.
Why? I don't know nothing about 2K21. I don't got it. I don't know nothing about it.
It needs some help, bro. Shooting is too hard. Like I made like 3 builds. 2K is hard, bro. I ain't messing with it like that, but I'm gonna still play it though.
I mean, look, I want to get into the 2K world, bro, but I don't think I can personally do it.
I mean,
I don't think I could do it.
You dress like a 2K player right now.
I mean, your drip. If we really want to talk about 2K and goddamn basketball, we can really invite our guest on right now.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually excited, really, really excited for this interview, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and bring a Bone Collector on the goddamn couch, man. Cut through, Bone Collector.
Nah.
What's poppin', brother?
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me.
and gave me that firm grip too.
That's that firm.
Thought my arm was finna break off.
My bad.
Man, bro, a little too strong for me, man. You know, I only weigh like 120. It's crazy.
I work out a lot. Pardon me.
Bone Collective. What's popping, bro?
Same thing, man. Just enjoying, being alive during a time of very much turmoil, fires, injustice, basketball, sports, life. It's just an interesting time to be alive right now. So I'm just trying to.
Bone, you could bring your mic a little closer.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
There.
Good. Cool.
You're good. You said fire, bro. This might be just, you know what I'm saying? This might be a little off topic. I promise you, bro. I didn't even know there was fires because I was in Vegas when the fires really started happening in LA, even though it's been going on for a minute. But I didn't know the seriousness of the fires and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I come back from Vegas. I'm on like a 2-day trip. Come back from Vegas, and I'm seeing like all these memes and pictures on Twitter and stuff talking about the California wildfires. And I don't watch the news at all. My news is social media. That's how I get, find out the news and stuff. But I ain't know Cali was that crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Cali's going crazy right now with the wildfires.
Yeah, it is. It's a dangerous situation. The hard part is when you lose oxygen and you have to wear a mask. Some people don't realize the kind of anxiety that creates. So I believe that Los Angeles is sped up to almost a New York pace because of the fires.
Yep.
And it's probably causing people restlessness at night with their sleep. And, it's just dangerous to know that you can close your eyes and then open your eyes and the whole outside will be dark with smoke.
Smoky,
or
cloudy.
You can, it's just dangerous. So those people who live along those ridges that can be burned, I mean, you pray that they sleep well at night and for those families that have been affected already.
For sure.
Yeah. Fires is crazy, Charc.
Yeah, no, life is crazy, bro. The world is crazy. I think that, first of all, I want to go ahead and, say I appreciate you for making it to the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you
know
for
what I'm
having
saying?
me.
You was one of the highly requested guests on the show.
Thank you.
They always asking us to bring people on. They always name people, and you're always on that list of people they name. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate the love.
Yeah, bro. So I really look. I'm not the basketball guy. My basketball IQ on the court is up there, but like what I'm saying, when it comes to like actual basketball, it ain't really there. So that's why to me this is interest. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I got a
love
lot of
basketball.
questions. I got a lot of questions.
I'm all for it. I've been playing basketball since I was 5 years old, and one thing I am is a student of the game. So
Yeah, when I was in middle school, I remember watching your highlights, bro.
Man.
Going crazy.
Did you
know
play
what I'm
in the N1, right?
I did not play with N1, but I was around during the time that the N1 mixtape was very popular, and I actually played Rucker Park, and because they were synonymous, I guess, at the time, they always included me in that group of people. I didn't play N1 until later on, maybe 2010, after the tour was over.
Yeah, okay. So I remember seeing him on like the annual mixtapes and stuff. But bro, my question is, bro, how does somebody become so fire at basketball? Because I also seen you play against some of my guys on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'll be like, God, like, damn, bro, that's nice to me. So how did you get? You say you playing since 5?
Yeah. The easiest way to explain that is, it's the way that you just explained how you get your news from social media. Whatever you do the most, you'll know. You know everything about social media right now. Right?
Facts.
Because you do it the most. So what I chose to do since I was 5 is learn it the most. I never felt like I could be the best unless I learned the most. So because I was small, I wanted to do every dribble move, not some of them, not half of them. I wanted to make sure I could do every move possible to get my shot off. So I had to spend hours and hours playing different people, different size athletes, different caliber talent levels to master those things. And over the course of 20 years of doing that, and with that same motivation, you reach a high level of doing it where you become an expert at what you do.
Yeah.
And when you're an expert, you can teach it easier. And so the motivation for basketball became a hunger now. I'm not playing basketball, I am basketball. So when you ask me how do I become fire, as you quoted, you just have to literally feel like you can push yourself to those extremes. So I don't want to be, foolish and say I can beat NBA players one-on-one, but I know for a fact I will play any NBA player one-on-one because I am dedicated to the game they love just as much as they are. So I believe that separation, if you can kind of balance between the two, you can develop those traits to become a fire athlete. You can become the best ball handler you can be. And in this case, I've been doing it so long that I've actually been blessed enough to make people fall all the time. I didn't think, growing up, you never say, well, when I grow up, I'm going to be the best ankle breaker ever.
Yeah, you don't say
I
that.
didn't even know I was going to be the bone collector, but I knew I was hungry for it. So it all works out in the long run when you do the work.
So is that how the name came about, bone collector? Because you were just breaking ankles as a youngin?
It came up in New York. Scenario was the same. I made it 2 or 3 guys fall in the park, Record Park, and the paramedic, since it was only 20 blocks away, the paramedic said, you know what, I'm not going back down there. He keeps doing this every game, so we're just going to stay here when he plays.
That's hard. Yo,
So
that's hard.
A different type of flex, man.
No, that's hard. That's different.
A different type of flex.
Dang.
So my friend in the middle of the night, he calls me and says, man, they're like giving you these props for making people get hurt. So I got a perfect name for you, Bone Collector. And at the time, this is early 2000s, so I'm telling him that my name can't be Bone Collector because the biggest movie in the world was out at the time, Bone Collector, with Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie. So I didn't
taking your shine.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way I could compete with Denzel on the name. Don't name me that. So I never thought that people would remember that name. Even though that movie came out, I kind of think that my name is remembered not as much as that movie, but some in the sports world, people know that name, I believe.
What was your name before Bone Collector?
Speedy.
Okay. Makes sense. Both go. I think Bone Collector is hard, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got Bone Collector and you stick to Speedy, bro. Because Bone Collector just hits different, bro. It's like
Bone Collector for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
Because you really collect bones.
Yeah, it's like you live to your name.
I know. It's when you say that, because my original nickname was because I was fast with the ball, but when someone gives you a name in 2000 and then in 2020 you look back at your track record and you see people falling. You see people actually being
on the
collected.
shirt. It's on the shirt.
And these aren't, you actually kind of learn to embrace the name, so to speak.
Yeah.
So now
That's not just anybody on your shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's Floyd Mayweather, his first, time he hit the canvas, I guess, we want to call it.
Dang.
But,
Floyd Mayweather.
I seen that clip all over the internet, bro. It was everywhere. And sometimes you still see it on your timeline to this day, that same clip.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Why does it say 51-0?
50-1 is.
50-1. That's what.
Yeah,
it is?
50-1 is just Floyd Mayweather's undefeated in boxing, and so I just thought it was a clever way to play off the fact that he's never had his actual back on the canvas and been out for the count, so to speak. So in the play, I wanted to make it a 50-1 playoff. Shout out to Floyd. No disrespect, but sports is one of those things where you have to play with your emotional level, and playing against you was one of the most emotional days that I've had as an athlete because your feet, the way you move is different. So that was a good final test for me. How do you know how fast your handles are? And you have to go against Floyd or somebody like that to know.
Yeah,
so regardless of the results, I want to thank him for even going out and being a great athlete he is to push me to whatever extreme I needed to go to.
No cap. Dope. And then the same way you said that about Floyd, a lot of probably younger kids look up to you just like that. Be like, yo, how do I?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's lit, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
Hell yeah. Go ahead.
When it come to basketball, what gave you the drive? Like, what motivated you the most to stay stick to the script
over the years?
Yeah.
It's a lot of different factors. So, once your father gives you the drive, you I created a structure around the game, but I didn't play high school and college like I wanted to. So my drive came from having my family now. I have a strong family structure, and my kids, my wife at home, all the things that embody being a father actually helped me train better, because there's a criteria you must follow in being a father or being a husband or being any of that. There's criteria. So I think my motivation comes from being accountable all the time, and because I'm not easily swayed back and forth. I'm not easily pursuing things that are unnecessary for my life, it's much easier to train. And then it also helps that I have a crazy handle. So I can go places and mingle with top athletes because I can compete with them. So for argument's sake, if, one of the, greatest guards that we've ever seen, Kyrie Irving, sees me somewhere, we can actually talk about handles. He actually respects the fact that I can dribble the ball the way I do, and I respect the way he does it. And he can tell me a story about when he watched me play. He told me the story. I didn't believe it. He told me, I watched you. It wouldn't be no Kyrie Irving if I didn't see you at Rucker. So I don't know how to take that, but I do know that is enough drive for me. Once you hear that, then you can start over. You don't need to be going to college to work hard, do you?
Yeah,
You can sit at home and read. Just because you don't get graded for your work doesn't mean you don't do the work. So I believe that motivation alone is enough for me, and I won't stop until I reach my goal. And my goal is right now I have a Big 3 contract that I recently signed, and I want to do my best to win Defensive Player of the Year when I play. So
Big 3 with Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my goal for the next couple years. If I can win Defensive Player of the Year in a league like that with all those scores, then that's more of an accomplishment to me than anything because – not many times you're going to get to play against NBA players in your lifetime. So I want to take advantage and say I ripped a couple guys, and I'm not really worried about offense because I'm really, really dangerous, so I don't really think about that portion.
You already know. Already
dangerous.
That's not my side. I know I'm cold on offense, bro.
Dang.
That's hard. This is the big question.
Like, who you can we ask your team?
No, you can't.
Dang.
This is my question. Why isn't the Bone Collector in the league?
The Bone Collector isn't in the league is a question that can't be answered. But the truth of the matter is the NBA is a very, very, disciplined organization. So the young Bone Collector couldn't run a basketball team to lead us to a promised land or a championship. Then you don't know the discipline it takes to be a pro. I learned because I train pros now, but to be honest, I think that journey, if I would have jumped into, because I did do a lot of pro things that I won't speak of now, and I actually work for the NBA now.
Okay.
But for kids that are growing up now, you may see a player on TV and say, I can beat that guy, but you don't know that guy has all the way throughout his life, he's done the same thing, which is play basketball on a high level. So it requires him to be up at a certain time, sleep at a certain time, eat a certain thing, drink a certain type of water, exercise a certain way. Those requirements, when you're just good at basketball, you ain't thinking about that. Mm-hmm. So you go to camp like, I'm just going to score and hoop. But no, you have a playbook. You have 25 plays. Certain players like the ball on certain areas. Your coach wants you to get those players the ball in high percentage shot areas. When you're a young player, 21 years old, you don't really, I'm a little older now. So when I was 21, this is in the 2000s, you don't think about those things. You can be good as you want, but it's a business that requires you to win a championship. In street ball, you win championships, but then you go back to the projects and chill with your friends. In that scenario, you lose a championship, LeBron's probably training the next day, or Kobe's probably, rest in peace, is probably training that night, or it's not a joke for them. So being good at something doesn't mean you're a pro. Being professional is a mentality. So at the top level, Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi, those guys are ridiculous athletes, but it's the wisdom that makes them professionals. So, I believe that in that journey alone, if I would have went pro, I wouldn't have been able to reach as many kids as I can reach now to tell them this, because I would have been suffering through the ups and downs of trying to figure it out. So now that I can look at it from the outside in and I can still train those players, I want to be sort of an ambassador for G League players that are really good, but they're going to go through some things, and I can just walk them through the fire because I haven't been through what they have, but my journey is the same. I played against Iverson. I played against Kobe. I played against a lot of people that I just don't put out there like that. But when you play those people, you don't take it for granted, You're alive for your short time. You take advantage of that. So when you say, why didn't Bone Collector make the league, I think preparation was off, but I can't answer that question because I'm awesome right now. Who knows? Yeah. I might be able to do something with the NBA now. You never know.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like your blessing could be handed to you at any time, so you should never stop what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, Bone Collector is a big face of basketball right now too, especially within like the online community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves Bone Collector. I want to dig deep. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back. I want to start. Cause I feel like I need to know Bone Collector from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know your childhood.
Okay.
Like, where you from? Where'd you grow up?
So I was born in Tyler, Texas, but I left when I was young. So I moved to Pasadena, California when I was in the first and second grade.
Okay.
When I got to Pasadena, I was introduced to a lifestyle that I was unfamiliar with. Everyone that's in LA and guys that are traveling around the world that go to places that are dangerous know that there's gang influence in certain areas. So it was my first opportunity to understand what that was. Being that I was from Texas, I didn't understand to argue over colors, but I did have to join along with something that I felt was safe. So there was a certain amount of people that I roll with. I won't say any particular, things about it, but I picked up the wrong environmental experiences during that time, and that upbringing actually made me tougher, but it did make me a little more reckless with my understanding of life. So being that I grew up in Pasadena, I had to figure out a better solution. So it was art, and I like to read a lot. I actually want to go to school for science. So I was always like that as a kid, and I used that as like my alter ego. So I would be quote unquote in the streets, and then I would be a straight A student. I was always a straight A student. So by the time I was in high school, my dad needed to balance that. And my freshman year, I think this team is called your soft frost team, where it's freshman and sophomore to combine. I played on that team. I did really good, but my grades slipped, and my dad took me right out because he knew that my mind was more important than my physical aspect of life. So by the time I graduated high school, I had a way higher GPA, like a 4 point something, which got me all these art scholarships. But I decided to go to Chafee Junior College in Rancho Cucamonga. I played for 1 semester, and I was the number 2 guard in the whole conference, which is really good because I was playing against some top guards. And
I D2, right? You was junior college.
Junior college.
Okay.
So Chafee was a junior college, and in that scenario, I had the opportunity to play in some big games, and I got recruited by some big team, Pepperdine, Cincinnati. But before I got a chance to even experience that, I got incarcerated for still bringing the street life into college. So that experience was just left me flatlined from 1998, 99, all the way to 2000, where you would probably recognize my name as Bone Collector, where when I got out of prison, I went to New York, and instead of going back to LA, I only had about $100. So JetBlue at the time was $99, no tax. So it's early. Don't make me feel old. And so I flew out there. I was ended up I don't want to get into the details of that, but you have to find a way to live. For 9 months, I was homeless and going through some things, trying to figure it out. And I used to go to the park every weekend to work on my game. My game was such a high level. I knew I was ready. A team from LA let me play against the New York All-Star team. Some people in New York see me like, this guy is nuts. And the rest is history. My life changed literally overnight. And it was, even to this day, sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I went back to LA, or if I would have never went to New York. But I am thankful that, sometimes you ask yourself, is this God leading you? One thing you do know is your spirit knows what's wrong. And at all times, your spirit knows what's wrong. So going out there, even though it was dangerous, it didn't feel wrong. So I'm really glad that I, kind of went with my spiritual journey on that one.
Yeah. Are you allowed to, because I didn't even know you got incarcerated, bro. Are you allowed to say what the charge was?
No.
Okay. That's understandable.
Yeah, I ain't know that either, man.
I had no idea, bro.
Yeah.
That everybody's journey is different. And one thing about me, it's like I try to make sure my mental is strong, really strong. That's why I picked up reading, and I never would read throughout high school, throughout everything. I would never read, and ever since I started reading, I try to put myself in different scenarios. Now your mental is probably really strong.
Yeah, it is.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I look at life in 2 ways. Either your mind or your body's going to break down. So one of those has to be the strongest. And, the human mind is a muscle just like your heart. So if you don't work it, it'll get weak. So
yeah, I felt mine getting weak. That's why. No, seriously.
Yeah, you can
especially
feel
being out in LA.
Oh, yeah, it tests you in LA.
I picked that up, and I feel better.
Yeah,
I feel more happier. That because I've been out of high school for a long time, and I started to feel like, man, I ain't putting nothing in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing nothing to train my brain.
Right.
So I started reading. I'm on my 4th book now.
Nice.
You know,
That's good.
Max, what books you read?
Right now I'm working on a book called Dark Psychology. I'm going over it twice. I like to read everything twice. So when I get a thorough understanding of it, and I think this is just more of a cognitive thing, so I can understand how to deal with people. And we live in a world where we're being tested by all areas, from government to spirituality. So you should understand all aspects of the mental process of life, so people know so you just be able to relate to people a lot better. So one thing the reason why I don't even bring emphasis to incarceration is because flying off the handle or losing your cool is a sign of weakness. So you don't want to emphasize those things. You want to, anxiety should be created in positive manners. Like when you shoot the game-winning shot and you're watching the ball bounce in, that's a form of anxiety. That's a positive form. So I think that in that case, when you say you feel better, because you are challenging your mind, you are positively giving yourself those charges, and now you can do more. You can do more. That's why I feel when you say, even any question you ask about sports, there's no ceiling to sports. You should just know that anything you're good at, if you do it long enough, you'll be an expert at it. So
Yep. Absolutely.
Even your the human mind. It's the only thing that it's baffling that human beings try to understand their mind. It's like weird to think about that, but since we do that, we should be experts at it.
Yeah, that is dope, Charc. I 100% recommend picking up on reading. That stuff would make you just.
Me, I'm different, bro. I feel like everybody's different. I understand the whole reading thing and getting your mind right to read, but you already know, like, we had this convo plenty of times, bro. I don't see nothing wrong with read. I'm not against it. I'm not against people who read books. I understand how it can open your mind up, make you look at the different, like make you look at life a little different and stuff like that. But like I said, with me, I just feel like a lot of things. Also, I feel like it's common sense. So
yeah,
I feel like I was already pre-trained by my parents. Everything that I'm hearing now, like you be telling me about this and that, and I told you, bro, that's common sense. So we had a whole argument how you was like, maybe it's not common sense. A lot of things, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it's also how you grew up, how you were, you know what I'm saying, raised as a kid. Yeah. So I feel like all that stuff that people start opening their mind to, start learning at, maybe not even at a late age, but, you know what I'm saying, at a time where they finally start looking at things different, being responsible. I feel like that's how I was raised. I already know all these things, you know what I'm saying? But right now it's just my time of having fun, since I grew up in such a strict household, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time for me to just be wild, open up. But I still have all them things in the back of my head. I'm not going to forget it.
That's how I was, Charc, the same way. But I just figured, why not? I got one life to live. Why not feel like I'm like, like it just opens up. I like my mind being opened up.
That's good though, but at the same time, like I said, bro,
because you learn new things.
I think that there's
I learn everything every day.
I think that, not to cut you guys off, but I understand what you're saying, but I think that not in a negative manner, but without the balance of both, then how can you fully know what life is about? Because books have created war and throughout the most popular things in the world, you have to read the Bible, all these things.
Yeah,
you know about them because your parents read those things. So in a way, you're actually reading too. You're reciting what you learned, but you may hit a wall. What if you hit a wall where your parent didn't teach you about it, and you might have to research that, right? If you get that information from one of us, we've definitely read it somewhere, so you're in turn reading it too. Because you choose not to read doesn't mean you don't need it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you enjoy your life now, doesn't mean you won't, one day, use it later. And the thing is, I think that we put so much, the Roman calendar is very dangerous because it makes you think you have to speed up all the time. So you can learn later. Who knows? Who cares when you learn it or when you decide to pick up a book or read? It's just, why not just try to, in my opinion, why not try to see because you're only going to be alive for, what's the average human lifespan? From 80 years, 100 years, possibly?
Nowadays, it's way shorter than that.
Well, in that time, you having fun is cool, but there's a lot of cool stuff in the world. I traveled the world a lot. And, I had no idea of certain things in the world. I didn't know that you don't need lotion. You can just put aloe on your skin. And you read about little things that'll make you healthier, I'm 40 years old, but I can still play because I read on things to keep my joints healthier. You know, it's just little things. Sometimes they may help you, but I'm just saying.
No, that makes sense. I understand that 100% to the fullest. But you know, I feel like reading to people, I feel like it's from what I see from my hearing from you especially. Reading is, you know, peaceful. It puts you in another mind state. It makes you learn things you probably never knew before. You know, so you could read a financing book and you might learn some things you never knew about finance. You could read a real estate book. You could read a book on how to get rich for dummies, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They have every different type of books, and for sure always teach you new things. But I feel like I'm more of a visual learner too. I hate thinking as far as when I'm reading, and I gotta be like, I'd rather see it, and that's how I'm gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing against reading, bro. I support it to the T. Yeah, I know my sister reads, but I support it. I just don't see that as myself. So when you was telling me like I think you should pick up on it, I feel you. It might be something I might do in the future. Yeah, but as of
learning is learning, man. Regardless.
Yeah, learning is learning regardless. So I feel like I don't need to read to be in the same mindset you in. Like
we not in the same mindset though.
That's what you think. That's in your head. But you trying to tell me how to be.
No, I'm not.
I feel like it is.
No.
So you keep telling me to read.
This is deep. This is deeper than reading. You guys have been talking about reading for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel
we always bring this topic up.
I know because I feel like, dude, it's gonna make you a better person.
He's not gonna read.
So you saying I'm a bad person then?
No, I'm not.
He's not gonna read because you're forcing him to read. So and when you just put a book by him and keep it moving, then it'll make sense. You got to remember one thing about that's why I said reading is important. The human mind only knows two things: the optics and touch. Before you eat something, that's all you know. If he's thirsty and he's picks up his water, if his mind gets hungry, if you leave something for him to do with it, then he reads all his comments on his phone. Probably, he likes to read.
Yeah, I still read at the end of the day.
See. But he wants to have the right opportunity to read, not be forced into it. Like my wife did that for me. I like to read, but she just gives me books. So here you go. If you want to read it, cool. But if not, it's not gonna make or break her. It seems like you're giving him an ultimatum.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna be a better person. Makes me feel like
he might be a good person.
You look at me as a bad person right now.
No,
like,
never. That,
so what do you mean a better person? I feel like
reading is just healthy for the mind and healthy for the soul.
I believe so too.
I believe you.
And I just feel like.
And I'm not disagreeing with that.
Hey, ain't no wrong. I'm just telling. Like,
there's no right or wrong answers here.
No, right? There isn't for sure.
Reading is healthy for the mind and healthy for the soul. And one thing about me, I just try to keep a healthy mind and soul. So that's why.
100, and I respect that, bro. And I respect your whole little growth you're going through, and I see the changes in my boy Ty. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my time's gonna be my time. I ain't tell you to do that. You did it on your own, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like. At the end of the day, as long as I understand what you're doing, I respect it. You don't got to keep throwing a book in my face. Like, bro, I got you, bro. My mind is open, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You feel me?
I know.
But anyways, moving on from all of that stuff, man.
Reading, huh?
Reading. We got deep into reading,
crazy,
bro.
Like, you feel me, though?
Hey, that means we're on the same page. Good.
Yeah, no cap. Yes, you know what I'm saying? And I understand everything. But let's move on from that. So, before... you moved to New York and stuff. Would you say that? Did you know about like videotaping on YouTube and stuff like that? Like, when did that career
wasn't
taking off?
YouTube wasn't out when I was playing.
Oh dang! Okay.
Yeah, YouTube didn't exist, but it might have. I'm not.
It probably might have existed.
It did not exist actually. No.
Okay.
So at the time. I was popular on mixtapes, so that means the EBC DVDs, and it was more of a word of mouth thing. So if you go to, we're in New York, you go to Queens, you score 50 points. By the time you get to, Harlem, it's gonna be, it's gonna be all kind of people outside. Like, man, he just had 50 at this park. We got to see if it's real. So I was sort of an influencer, and then a good story that I always like to tell is. Professor is one of my close friends, one of the N1 street ball players, and he told me, and he has a huge following, obviously, a huge N1 following, and he told me that when he was in 10th grade, he put in a DVD and watched me play. So that story alone, being who he is now, made me realize that the space was available, but I didn't know that. By the time I knew it was available, it was later on, in about maybe 2000, I want to say 12 or 11, where I really got a chance to take advantage of it. And then I'm actually, just now getting my, sort of wet, my feet wet into the situation, learning YouTube. You guys are YouTubers, so you guys know there's a lot of, there's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot of lost sleep. There's a lot of, editing hours and B-roll you got to go through, and you got to bring your energy. I didn't know one thing about that is you got to, when you're hosting things, your energy, people want to follow you and know your journey, and that's not an easy thing to do when you're not accustomed to that. As you can see from my upbringing, I don't really like to get into my background as much. And so to find that balance, I think is good for the kids when they get to see that and they get to interact with you. So, overall, I think that, having and that understanding of back then, knowing that the space was there, and then later on seeing that it's available now, I think that, these next 4 or 5 years is my time to take good opportunities of it. And collabing with guys like yourself, with you guys, is going to get me there, So I'm going to, take those processes and those slow steps I need to take to kind of take advantage of it.
100. Okay. It is tough, but I feel like if you love it, then you're gonna do it. Or
it's
if you do
happen
it
anyway.
It's gonna happen anyway.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you? So what around what time do you think, like, you started, like, when did you realize, like, oh damn, I'm on the internet doing crazy numbers? Because you gonna know when you popping or you not. You be like, your name is shaking the streets.
I think my first video that was actually like really, really viral was my son was recording me in New York, Dyckman Park, and I threw the ball through somebody's legs, and they jumped in the air and fell down, and kids were screaming and running, and then I noticed that other people were sharing. Like, you don't know Instagram at the time; it was new, so
yeah, it was different.
I'm looking at all my friends' pages, and they're posting it, and then now all of a sudden you see it on, like, I think at the time it was Break Ankles Daily, or you see it on something, and you're like, wow, those followers are actually liking this. And I was predicated on just like recording my gym time and putting it out so people can see me play against everybody. But when I did that, I didn't know what viral was. I didn't know that I was viral, so I would be kind of lying to say I knew it. But so following that, there would be like, there's so many sequences, I can't name them all, but somebody would fall like every month. But it wouldn't, like, people would fall all month, but it would be one that would just be crazy.
Yeah.
So it went from regular guys to, the internet is the internet. So they say, well, you're only making these guys fall at the gym. And then it went to celebrity games. And then now I don't want to mention a lot of celebrities' names, but celebrities would fall over and over again. And
it's on the shirt.
Yeah.
It's on the shirt. Yeah. Go ahead. It's on the shirt.
So because of that, you're viral when, I think the moment I knew I was super, super, super viral was when, like, you get, and this is just overall, when people like Spice Adams and Shaquille O'Neal and big influencers like that are actually posting your videos.
Yep.
Like, and I didn't know these guys at the time. House of Highlights, and they're posting your stuff, and you're like, okay, this is pretty dope. At 50,000 followers, 100 grand followers, and then
growing them.
Yeah, and then I think the icing on the cake was I played against the guy on my shirt, and it was one of those moments where it happened the first play of the game, so it was destiny.
Yeah.
So it happened. I think it solidified one thing for sure, that nobody is going to be comfortable ever again playing against me.
Yep.
And because of that, I think that was viral in itself, because I think by the time halftime got there, it was everywhere. We didn't even know what was going on and how many people were actually watching it. And, it's still a topic to this day.
How'd you get that invite to that game?
I get invited to a lot of games, celebrity games. Shout out to Gronkowski and Floyd for inviting me to this. It was a charity game. I forget the cause. I believe it was for, I think they were giving back to the kids in the community, they were getting a check to rebuild either their school or do something with their uniforms or something in their school program. So it was even just good to just know that we can get all those people together and do that. And then I'm on the court with everybody. You know? It was
an invite from Gronkowski and Mayweather. That's lit.
That's super lit.
That's lit.
I hope I get invited again.
Yeah, everyone wants to see it. You probably one of the faces that everyone want to see back on that game, back on that court with the same players, and they're gonna expect another crazy highlight.
To be honest, like I think that, and this is not to like, I don't want to make this a personal thing, but you know what would be really cool is if Gronk and Floyd did the exact same thing again, but the end of every quarter, Floyd got one chance to score on me, and I get one chance to score on him. It's just because it'll make every end of every quarter, doesn't matter who's in the game. Everybody sit down.
This is gonna make it hype.
It's just gonna keep each quarter, it'll just keep it super hype. What's gonna happen in the next quarter, and we just keep it friendly.
Let's keep it real though. I think you 10 times better than Floyd.
I don't do
1422. Appreciate you guys making it this far to the podcast. But without further ado, it's time to let the world know about our amazing sponsorship for the day.
Hey man, shout out to BlueChew.com. That is our sponsor for today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Blue Chew, basically, BlueChew.com is a place where you can get a chewable. You know what I'm saying? Now you want me to go ahead and tell you what kind of chewable you can get from BlueChew.com?
Yes, I would love to hear.
Bro, so listen, man. I'm gonna get straight to it.
Yeah.
Blue Chew, the chewables is for when you fucking. You can't get your dick hard. You know what I'm saying? I know this is for all my boys out there. You know what I'm saying? Men, boys, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? For the boys, bro. We all have them tender days sometimes where, you know, you might score a W. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You might have slide into Instagram baddie DMs. You might just come home from the club. You might, have a little side piece pulling up. Look, everybody got their days. Sometimes you might be a little too drunk. Sometimes it might not be a good day. You might not be lasting long. You never know. Your dick might not just get hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody got a problem, no matter what it is. You feel me?
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
But what's the W about this is that it's a chewable.
It's a chewable, bro. It's not like a pill like Viagra or Cialis.
You ever popped a Viagra?
Actually, I did. Somebody did a prank video on me with Viagra.
Oh, dang.
I would rather take the chewables. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually got some laying at the crib. And, whenever it's time for Chizzy to go to work, I'm finna go ahead and use that chewable and go to work. Because, sometimes you might also just want to last a lot longer. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%. Look,
I'm a mama, man.
If you want to be confident every time it's time for sex, get to BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com has the very first ever chewable that brings you performance in the bedroom to another level. Check this out. They've got the same active ingredients that are in Viagra and Cialis. So you know they work, Charc. Straight up. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And this stuff is cheaper than those other two. So this is a no-brainer. Basically, if you like sex, go to BlueChew.com. Plus, you don't need to go to the doctor's office or spend time waiting in line for a pharmacy line. Blue Chew's online physician consultant is free. And once approved, your order ships straight to your door in discreet packaging, Chizzy.
Here's a great deal for you guys. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use the promo code Come Through. Just pay $5 shipping.
Just $5.
Again, that's BLUE Chew.com. Promo code Come Through.
I'm going to spell come through for you. COMETHRU. Come through. BlueChew.com.
Comparisons, I just know that I'm dangerous. That's all.
What about playing against YouTubers? How you feel about YouTubers?
Well, I feel
that are in the basketball community.
I don't really know YouTubers, but I know one thing for certain: YouTubers live in their own world, and because they do, they will put out a million different things to keep themselves "quote unquote" relevant, and if that requires lists and quotes and commentary and blogs and even trash talk, I think that they have created something that I don't even know what I'm a part of yet. They invite me, and I don't know what I'm involved in sometimes. Like, there's guys that sometimes you look at, like, I'm going to play this guy on YouTube, and And he's like, yeah, let's do this. And you realize this guy got 10 million subscribers on YouTube, and he just, all he does is video games, or, and you say to yourself, like, how does this relate? How does this relate? So you kind of relate the two without trying to judge their basketball skill. I don't want to be rude and talk about YouTubers, because I think it's wrong to just do that, period. If people like the game, play it. I know for a fact that any YouTuber that wants to play me, you can definitely, I like to set up meetings for argumentative basketball games. Let's do it. And I'm not, inclined to kind of talk to people a certain way on the court, but for sure, YouTubers bring out a whole nother energy, because I've played street ball, I play pro. The YouTube energy is different, because some YouTubers literally just want to score 1 point, or, get a block, or, it's a whole different game. So I think that excitement of there's another world, and I think that we need to kind of bridge the gap on those two. And I think that our collaboration will probably some of that combined, because we're going to go out and crash the court together as well as do our one-on-one battles. But how does it relate? Like, how can we relate YouTube? How do I fit in the YouTube world? Is there a YouTube list of guys? I'm pretty sure there is, that you guys put a list together. Where do you guys see it? And then how do I break those rules? Because I have to break them, obviously.
Yeah.
It's my name, Bone Collector, break rules. So I think that's the good part about being that I am, in the YouTube space, because I get to go into a whole nother, it's like going into a video game and they ask you, which world do you want to fight in? Oh, I'm going to fight in the YouTube space. That's how I look at it. I'm not in the NBA space or the G League space. Oh, I'll fight in the YouTube space. And to be honest, I don't judge YouTube players. I just wait to play them. I hope they're.
I want to play you.
You will.
Have you lost against a YouTuber yet?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Type of guy.
I see you mess up my man Flight, bro. How you gonna do Flight? Like, I watched that highlight. I was like, damn, bro, Flight's my dog.
Yeah.
You broke Flight's ankles, bro.
Well,
man almost ran into a wall.
Right. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'll just say I have only one rule: you gonna respect it or get collected. Period. Ooh. And
100.
When you get on the court, however you feel is how you feel. But I have weapons for you. They're waiting on you as soon as the game starts. So I don't really listen to the banter. Mm-hmm. It's like war for me. So I like, especially if you're talking a lot, I'm going to read through that early. And I won't even play offense yet. I'll just play defense. I'll give you the ball back about 10 times to wear you down, to let you know what you're dealing with first. Because punishments don't come easy.
Because you got to mess with people's heads, too. You got to get in someone's head. If you get in someone's head, they'll lose the game just because they in their head.
My dad told me the whooping is terrible, right? You get your mom coming to whoop you, but the thought of the whooping is way worse.
It is, bro.
So I got to make sure I balance the two energies. So YouTubers, not a threat, but I hope you're on your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Gems, those was dimes he just threw.
Sure.
That
for
was
sure.
dimes, bro.
I know it. I know.
The thought of a whooping is worse than the whooping, because it's the buildup, bro. You like, damn, I'm finna be home in an hour.
And so I hope you guys feel that energy, and it causes you respiration problems thinking about playing me. You shouldn't be breathing okay, because when you play me, you will not be breathing okay.
Straight up.
I mean, I personally, everybody's different on the court. True. I can get on the court with anybody and feel like, bro, it's my game. Like,
you should.
That's how it is. Like, I don't care who I'm. LeBron can be on the court.
I still beat you though. Don't get me messed up.
I don't care. Look,
I did win against my one-on-one.
If you beat me, Charc, it's one of those things where it's like, I know I'm better than you, so I'm not going
but I won.
Go crazy.
I beat you, bro. It's all good, bro.
Charc, and I will give you that W.
That counts.
Yeah, and I'm not going to argue with that. You for sure got that W.
And it's on camera.
But when I'm
go ahead and watch it on my channel.
LeBron's on the court, KD's on the court.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, you got to have that mindset. Yeah.
I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah,
regardless.
Ty, you for sure up there as one of the hoopers, but Bone Collector for sure will collect your bones. Not even your bones, your bone and marrow. Not even your bone and marrow, but will probably take the follicles of hair in your body.
I will for sure have to stretch a lot. I for sure have to get my stretch on.
Man, I got my money on Bone Collector.
What we'll do first, though, always is we'll do a workout together, though, because one thing for sure, when we'll have war, we'll play, we'll have that battle, but I teach this game as well, so I don't like to just leave it at that. Like, we'll do a full ball handling workout, so the next time you play, win, lose, or draw, you'll be a little bit better. We'll both be better. We'll be doing the same drills, and we'll just keep going from there, because I think our collabo is going to be different than most collabos, because, thinking we're obviously bouncing ideas off each other, and this is the first time we met. So imagine what we do moving forward on video ideas. You know,
Facts. How do you feel as far as like, you know, creating content now for like the internet and stuff like that? Do you Let me backtrack a little bit. How was you able to turn your skills into revenue? I think that's a good question for everyone else out there that want to know, that do the same thing.
I guess the best way to explain that is I played professional basketball before I was an influencer. So I have to speak on that first and foremost. So in basketball, as you guys asked, my journey, didn't play in high school, went incarcerated, left, went to New York, got a great name. From that moment, I got shot in the park my last year. I stopped playing, started training for the pros, went overseas, won a championship, went to the NBA Development League, went to the championship, went to the ABA, CBA, won a championship, got MVP in those years. Once I became a professional getting paid for it, that is when my skill levels actually was good enough to, because when I was playing in New York, they would pay me per game, but it'd be like the neighborhood dealers giving me 100 here and there to go win in they hood or whatnot. Go play my homie for 100. He think he can beat you, things like that. Doesn't make you pro, but when you actually have to go and play on a team and win a championship. So I would say around 2005 is when I actually became a professional at and my skills was good enough to get paid for it. Now, when it comes to the influencer side, I turned my skill set into revenue when my company decided to take all content and it's all being archived now, all content, all collabs, and make a strong push for the 2020 to 2030 season of life. That content will all be archived, and I will be making a strong push from now until then. So it was very necessary to kind of see both, so I know the difference between, I was paid to play for my talent. Now I can pinpoint what you pay for. If I can put out an app on ball handling, and if you want it, you buy it. If you don't want it, you don't have to. But because I did get that expertise being a professional athlete, it was much easier to sell it now. And unlike vloggers and the hard job you guys have to do is sell product, probably. That's really hard to do without the right following. So I think that, it was a better lead and transition for me to be I'm a ball handling instructor. So it's just a better transition to actually make sense to sell my skill level and get paid for it, to answer your question.
Yep, not at all. It couldn't have said it better. I guess I got one more question for you. Tattoos. You know what I'm saying? 2 questions. How old were you when you first got your first tattoo? 3 questions. How old were you when you first got your tattoo? I want to know my dog Bone Collector, man.
Yeah, 100.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
Okay.
My second question is, do you think that helps with your image, the tattoos? And third question is, does every tattoo on you mean something powerful? Have any meanings behind it?
Yeah, I can answer all 3 of those. My first tattoo was this one that says, BC. It was nothing else. It was just BC, and it was when I was in New York. The first significant tattoo, I should say. The other tattoos, some of these I got in jail. The tattoos help my image. The tattoos is my image. I don't know if it helps it, but it's just what I've been through.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff is very meaningful to me because it's my kids, my wife, and my father, my mom, my brothers.
Yeah.
Certain religious quotes that molded my mindset to think outside of following anything.
Yeah.
Even putting the word God on anything has left my senses because of all the things I've been through. But to be honest, tattoos are unnecessary unless you have to go through that journey. Unless that's some walk of life you went through, they're totally unnecessary. I mean, the most important thing you can do for your body is to feed it. So writing all over it is, you know, it does its job, because this is weakness. You know, people look at these and say, man, it makes him look tough or whatever. This is all weakness. These are my weakest points in my life. So the stories are my weakest moments, and the things that hurt me the most, the things that I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. You see these kings on my arm and these African statues. I didn't understand slavery and why King Shaka Zulu sent them out, and the things I couldn't figure out, I just put on me. So it's always a reminder. And you know, my son and my kids, you know, those are my driving for my charcoal, I call them, in my barbecue pit. I can't burn without them. And I think that journeys and all those journeys can be written down on paper. You don't have to put it on your skin. You know, I think you've damaged the skin is already dealing with enough outside. Like, you don't need to do all that. And then I think that all this stuff is possessive. So I think that this tattoos have been taken out of context. So people get tattoos to make them feel some sort of way, and then that's not even who they are. So in a way, I think that tattoos are kind of not necessary on a spiritual level, if I had to look at it one way. But with all that being said, if you see somebody with tats, please believe that I would assume that 50% of those mean something. They're not just getting them, and you should be able to tell the difference. You know, when you see somebody, you should be able to tell whether or not they're getting tattoos just because, or a lot of mine are faded. So sometimes people don't even know I have tats. Like, look at my neck. My neck is completely covered, but they see me. I take a straight profile shot. They don't even see it, because a lot of this stuff was done during the times that I did were unnecessary. I almost want them to have an invisible feel to them, so I can go and, you know, and interact with certain people, because this creates fear, by the way. So we know this as people. When you put all this stuff on your body, someone's automatically going to be fearful of you. So in a way, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot by trying to live this facade. And as we all grow up, we all know that in all movies and all things we watch, we always want to be the tough guy or the villain. You know, we want to understand the villain. That's how I always grew up anyways. So, you know, in a roundabout way, like I could say, the tattoos themselves, they're meaningful, but at the same time, they don't mean, you know, as much to your everyday life as you think they do.
Do you regret any tattoo?
No.
I'm pretty tatted up myself. I think I might got you beat.
How many tats do you know exactly about how many? Over like a number, you'd be like over 100.
I lost count a long time. I got tats all over my back and everything. So
yeah. Ty, your tat game. Ty got some nice tattoos though. But if he got some on his back, we need Ty to step his game, because he only got an arm.
Are
tat.
you full arm? Full arm sleeve, both sides.
I gotta get some more. I gotta get my inside done.
Yeah. So I got you.
I got no tattoos, bro.
Good.
Zero tattoos. Yeah, zero tattoos. I mean, it's because you know, Muslim.
Okay.
So, you know, all that stuff was against my religion and stuff.
Course.
So I never got no tattoos. Love to see my boys get tatted though. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, go crazy, do your thing. And let me backtrack back to the spiritual thing.
One more thing. Also,
go ahead.
Tattoos are very addictive. Also.
Okay.
So just like anything, too much of anything.
Yeah, it gets addictive.
Yeah, it makes you addictive. So
I've heard a lot of people tell me like, bro, it's addicting. Like, I keep getting tats because it's like just.
I want another tattoo.
Damn, this looks good. I want another piece. Yeah. Exactly, and it's like it gets to a point where people tat their whole thing up. But
you also have the power.
Some
to
people
tell
love it.
yourself
There's nothing wrong with tattoos.
You got the power not to tell yourself to get a tattoo either.
Yeah.
Just like you to this day, it's been tat man in the crib tatting me. You like, nah. I'm not getting, like, you got the power to tell your mind.
Tell your mind that, because that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to get back on that spiritual thing, because there's a lot of people out there that, you know, finally move out their parents' crib, and then I was taught to, no matter, early on in life, my dad would always tell me about tattoos, like, don't get no tattoos, you know what I'm saying? God made you the way you is, and that's how you was born, and you shouldn't alter your body, basically. So that's been installed in me for a long time. That's why I never got a tattoo. And then now you have people that get lost in the sauce and forget where their background is and where they came from, and will go behind all their morals in life, and how they was brought up and raised, and go get a tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And now your parents are mad. It's like me. I could have been one of them if I wanted to, but it's like I'm not an idiot, bro. Right here, it's still there. Like, I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get lost in the sauce. We've seen too many crazy things, especially moving out here to LA, bro. And yeah, man, I don't know. I was just talking on that spiritual subject, bro. Like, I feel like my head is there, bro. Yeah. I'm not a dumb You know the word. You know the word. Damn. What other subjects we got on here, bro? I feel like I asked you a lot of questions, bro.
Yeah, it's some on the list that I ain't even.
You're very well spoken, man.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's what reading does for you.
That's what reading does for you.
Just want to throw that in there.
Everybody go ahead and pick up them books. You know what I'm saying? But see, look, the world is changing now. People ain't even reading no more, bro. They on Zoom calls for school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your son is in school right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is he doing online or does he actually go to?
Yeah, he's doing online. He understands the difference. Yeah.
It's crazy. At such a young age, you got to go to school through a laptop. Like, you don't even experience school at that point, bro.
Yeah. I think that also kids should know that as you explain that because, you know, is in school you learn, you know, 5, 6 different topics.
Yeah.
But the one topic they don't ever teach you is life. So if you can't talk to your friend, learn how to talk to that person. When you talk to them in person and you talk to them the wrong way, you leads to conflict. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what we're suffering through the world itself, conflict, and that's not helping. The social distancing, making us be on computers. But as long as kids know that once that's all over with, you just regroup, and then I think that'll be the next surge. Who knows what the elections look like in the next 4 or 5 years, but there's a resurgence of intelligence that has to happen, and it doesn't have to come from this next generation. It come from you. It come from anybody.
Yeah. No, it's facts.
100%. I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
I got a question right here for you about basketball. Your opinion, who has the best handles in the league?
In my opinion, the best handles in the NBA is a toss-up between about 3-4 players, Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford, and that last person would be whoever, Curry, whoever. You can put
Jamal
anybody.
Crawford got handles.
You can put that third person, everybody else who got handles. So Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford, and then everyone else who has handles. Because handles, Kevin Durant has handles. Paul George has handles. C.J. McCollum has handles.
Everybody got their own style.
Yeah, so drip. I don't want to just leave it. But when I specify those particular two, Jamal Crawford, the way he dribbles behind his back is unique. No one can do that. And then Kyrie Irving is, in my opinion, playing street ball in the game. So they
Kyrie, cold. Oh, man, Kyrie is good.
I think the best handler of all time is Chizzy Charc.
You funny, bro.
Now I seen CJ McCollum actually talking a whole bunch of crap on Twitter. I don't know if y'all seen all them tweets and stuff.
I didn't. What is he saying?
He was just talking about, like, I guess I don't get the Cancun joke. Am I late for that?
I just think they're talking about people
like y'all gotta go.
Yeah, when you lose.
Yeah, he was tweeting. He was tweeting Patrick Beverly telling him, like, no, he was tweeting Damian Lillard, said, hey, bro, you got an extra
ticket or something.
Something like that. Like, just talk a whole bunch of smack.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, though, because do you think some of these guys in the league, like, when they tweet at each other, it just be, like, on some cool stuff? Or,
like, I personally can't speak for that. That's, you know, these are grown athletes, grown men. Who can sit at their home in their big homes and get in their emotions sometimes. Yeah, and
everybody's still a fan of the game because they probably tweet also like you know what I'm saying, because they don't know who go win, so they just behind the Twitter like, oh yeah, this dude just took an L. This is funny.
And those guys are high competitors, so I think that's gonna happen by default anyway.
Yeah,
somebody get to talking trash, you might send a tweet. You know, you know, watch your mouth, or we gonna play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a couple questions on this paper. What did Kobe mean to you?
That question is like so deep when you say what does Kobe mean to me. I had the privilege of knowing him and sharing a life experience with him, playing a basketball game, and then speaking to him about life and his daughter. And I seen him right before he passed. So Kobe Bryant was, in my opinion, the only player besides Michael Jordan who literally gave all he had to the game. And because by the time he was done, he only got to enjoy his daughters for a couple of years. Kobe Bryant he is the fire that lights basketball, I think, because he is past. He obviously was that when he was alive too, but you couldn't appreciate him because he was here. And now that he's gone, he almost makes you embarrassed that you don't work hard. Kobe his energy alone was enough to fuel basketball forever. So I think that when you want to talk about how deep an impact Kobe has on the game, you have to talk to all the top influencers in the world who are actors and and so on and so forth, and asked them what he meant to them, because those people don't even play basketball.
Yeah.
And when you affect someone who don't do what the sport you love, and you affect them, that means their answer is the answer.
Yeah.
Because I play basketball, it's gonna be biased. He's everything to basketball players, but it's biased. What does he actually do for the world?
Yeah.
Who knows? And we'll find out, because he did it in such a monumental way that we're gonna mourn his death forever. Anybody who loved him like I do.
Yeah. I loved Kobe too, man. I played ball all my life.
You got it tatted on you.
Got it tatted on me, man.
Me too. I got the 8 and the 24 right here.
Yeah, I got it tatted on me because it taught me at a young age to. Well, he taught me at a young age to work. You know, I would watch he'll get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, start jogging. Mm-hmm. You know how much self-discipline that take?
A lot.
It take a lot, man. And I really respected his grind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a go-getter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No cap. I seen a couple things on Twitter too where that would go crazy viral. I can't remember. I don't want to like say it because I don't remember what it was really word for word. But I just remember it was monumental moments that people didn't even know. You know, it was old interviews they would go back to, be like, wow, this dude's work ethic was really out of the world, out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess the other question I got for you is who you going for in the league right now, bro?
Yeah, who's your favorite team?
I work for the NBA, so I can't answer that question.
You can't really say that? Okay. All right, man. So we're going to move on to the fan questions, Bone Collector.
Mm-hmm.
These are questions that fans, obviously submitted to us. All right, man. Yo, so we moving on to the next segment. You know what I'm saying? We got some viewers tapping in and calling us virtually
Chiming
on the phone.
In, Charc.
You know what I'm saying? Chime in. Shout out to the new segment called Chime In.
First up, man.
What's good, yo? What's your name?
What's good, bro? My name is Micah.
Micah, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, too.
Nice to meet you for sure, bro.
What you up to, man?
Nothing, bro. Online in school, to be honest, bro. Just trying to grind, pretty much.
What you wanna do?
Nah, it's kind of like I'm not sure yet, but most likely play sports or music.
What sports you play?
I play basketball, and like it's kind of crazy, but I also play golf. I've been golfing for a long time.
Golf is dope, bro. Golf is dope.
Probably gonna try for the team this year.
You said basketball. You know we got Bone Collector on. So you got any basketball questions or anything related to life?
Repeat that for me.
What did you say?
Is that running back?
Oh, I said you said you play basketball. And you know we got Bone Collector in the building. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any basketball related questions or anything what did you say?
Say that again.
That's how I said. I was like, I appreciate y'all for letting me pull up.
You got any
no
questions
problem.
basketball related for him?
Your audio is like messing up a little bit.
Damn. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So we just got to speak louder.
Yeah. Do you have
any basketball questions you want to ask Bone Collector?
or any questions in general about life?
Yeah, I got a question. I got a question for all y'all actually. Bone Collector. I'm gonna start with Bone Collector.
Okay.
I got a question. Like I know everybody like reaches like low points like throughout like whatever they're trying to like work for, and like when you reach a low point, like what gets you through it? Like what makes you not stop? Like what goes through your mind that like pushes you through it?
For me, that's a great question. For me, I have a different approach, and it's a good you asked that because I had struggled with that as a kid because I was always short and I would always feel like I wasn't getting picked on the teams and whatnot. So I chose to do something that may not work for everyone, but it worked for me, and I chose to remain at a low point and work from the low point. So I said it's not gonna work. I'm always gonna be small. I'm always not gonna. It's gotta be a mistake. Like it ain't gonna go well. So it's already messing up. So I'm already prepared. So for argument's sake, it's almost like if you have a test or you're getting ready to study for your exam, and you know it's a subject that's really, really difficult, and you've got an F in last time, and you don't really want to do the homework, and you already know that it's bad news. Well, you already know that, so why not, instead of spending that time on your cell phone or out with your friends eating out, Why not sit in that house and deal with that pain? That's how I dealt with it. Deal with that fact that you don't understand what you're learning, and you do not want that F. At the end of the day, you don't want to fail. So if you're always in that position, you have nowhere else to go but up. So that's what I choose to use. Hopefully, it's something that'll help you.
All right. That's deep. Was it the same question for all of us?
No, I got a different question.
What's up? What you got for Tyler Guy?
For you and Charc, I would just like, because I know y'all have like a lot of energy, bro, and like y'all obviously make great videos, but like I know everybody has like people that hate on them, and like how do y'all deal with stuff like that? Like how do y'all block them out?
Sorry, you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah. Me personally, I focus on my energy. I feel like if you know what's up, nothing else should matter. You should do what you do to keep you on the straight path. You know what I'm saying? And then the haters gonna be you really motivating them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? People be hating on me. Guess what? But they want to do what I do. You feel me?
I feel like you gonna have haters no matter what you do. You could be a mechanic and have haters, bro. It don't even matter. You just gotta do you, bro. It's gonna work out for you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Work out.
Straight up. All right, then, my boy. We gotta hit the next one, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man.
Hey, thanks for reaching out, man. I really appreciate your question too.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
out, brother.
That was an amazing question.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to set us up. What happens when you're depressed?
That was a good. That was a touchy ass subject. You answered that amazingly. Bro. I would not even know how to say that shit.
Kenny.
That's his name. That's what it says.
I think it says Kenny.
Yeah, I can't.
No, it says Kenny.
Hey,
What's up, Kenny?
How you doing?
hey, what's poppin'?
What's
good with
good?
Shit, man, I'm at the crib, man. What y'all boys
Man,
got going on?
bro, we gotta get you on the podcast.
What you mean,
I'm on
man?
the
You already
podcast
on the
right now.
podcast, Kenny. What you mean? Ain't you been on the podcast, man? It's Kenny Knox.
Bro,
Oh, I'm blind. I can barely see him, bro.
I'm like a distant cousin.
Hey, man, what's good, bro?
What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I'm in Michigan right now, visiting the fam.
Hey, congrats on the new whip.
Oh yeah, man.
The people don't know.
Yeah,
Hey, I know though.
Tesla.
I ain't gonna say what kind of car you got, but congrats, bro.
Good stuff, Kenny, man.
Bro.
Hey, we
Appreciate
got
it,
Bone
man.
Collector in the building, bro, and I know you a huge basketball fan, so you don't know what's going on, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Lakers all the way. Clipper boys folded.
Damn, you
Yeah.
got any questions, bro?
Yeah, man. How many points y'all think y'all lose by me and Bone when against y'all two in basketball?
Oh, man. If you guarded me, we not gonna lose. I just put it like that.
Kenny, I know for a fact that you are 100% terrible.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Flight beat you.
You for real?
Yeah.
Flight beat him?
You want
I know
put
he
some money
would.
on that?
Kenny's terrible. Kenny just knows basketball, but Kenny's ass. And I'm just talking
Right.
smack. I've never seen Kenny.
Kenny,
play in
that
my
sounds
life.
like a challenge,
play.
bro.
It sound like a
Wait, bro.
challenge.
Hey, we gotta set that up. Bone Collector said that
Set it
sound like a
up.
challenge.
That sound like we need to do that, Kenny. We need to go ahead and see what's gonna happen.
Hey, bro, I'm ready, bro. I can play with one arm too.
Thank you.
It don't
Hey,
matter.
I collect
Timberland
bones, so
too.
I have some spare arms
You
laying
can
around.
still win.
hey, man,
100.
Kenny, bro, you a comedian, bro. I love that. You not a hooper though. Remember that.
I'm a comedian / hooper.
Hey, well, shit. Keep doing that then.
Hey, I appreciate you tapping in, bro. It's good seeing your face. Come back to LA, man. We sick of you being in Detroit. I know you
yeah,
bored.
bro, I'm gonna hit all y'all up, man. Let's
Yes,
set
sir.
up that 2-on-2.
Let's
I
set it
bet,
up,
say
man. Good
less.
to meet you, man.
Enjoy your time with your
sure.
fam, bro.
Y'all be safe.
You too. Peace.
Bro. That's Kenny Knox.
Yeah.
That was you should have
I
told
can't
me it
see
was
him.
Kenny Knox. Bro, I could have seen his face
Thanks,
too.
Nita. By the way, I talk to him all the time. I talk to him all the time. Never mind. We will go past that. Breeze past that. I can't see it. I can't see
bro, I can't see too. That's why I was like, Kenny.
I was like, I know.
When he said Kenny, I wasn't expecting Kenny.
So I'll DM him and tell him my bad. It's all good.
Yeah, bro.
Nita's over there like, you know.
That was funny. Yeah. Nah, I think niggas, bro, I could not see nothing, bro. I can't see. I just see your head moving like this. But I know Kenny's voice.
And Kenny act like he was vlogging us. What was he doing?
I don't know what was going on. That was funny, though.
Kenny had his camera on in the back on screen record twice. 9 minutes.
We'll just do one gas ass and then we'll do got bars.
All right, y'all. It's time for Gas or Ass, my favorite part of the podcast. This is where we listen to somebody's song, and if it's
not just somebody, a fan song.
Yeah, a fan song that was submitted, and we're gonna give them. This is our American Idol.
We're gonna tell them whether it's gas
or booty cheeks.
So I have to answer these questions.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah. We all gonna judge them, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear the first song. It's called It's called Good Days by Young Kears.
Yeah.
Hold on. You guys know I listen to a lot of hip hop.
Okay.
Let's go.
Honest opinion too.
Your bitch with me, and we doing things. Yeah, we rockin', yeah, we moving. Chillin' with the gang in the crib, we coolin'. All we catch is dubs, nigga, ain't no losing. Got your girl, I'm in that bitch, so choosy.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's too slow, bro. I don't know.
I like the beat, but it's a no for me, dog.
I'm not a big fan of the B word, so I'm gonna say. And number 2, I just don't know what's going on right now. I don't know when it's starting. Did it start already?
Yeah.
It started. Okay. See, look, and I mess with this because you also got somebody that's probably listened to a lot of different type of rap and probably doesn't like the new style of, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These singers and, you know what I'm saying? That's a no for me, dog. Number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2 for
and
sure.
Mix it with 1.
Both of but that song was so short. We could play another gas or
hold on, let me say this though. I'm not familiar with the genre, so I think I shouldn't be able to say whether it's. You guys should answer the questions.
That's why.
But it's to your ear.
It's to your ear.
Would you sit? Because at the end of the day, you will sit there and maybe play, like, 21 Savage is, right?
Yeah, I've heard of 21 Savage.
You might listen. Yeah, you might be in the car. You might not like that kind of music, but you'd be like, oh, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's just to your life. Would you bump this?
I don't listen to anything but hip hop, so I don't. This doesn't fall in the genre of hip hop.
So what is hip hop?
I listen to Talib Kweli.
I knew he was gonna say that. That's crazy.
Doom. I listen to.
So lyrical.
Yeah, only.
Okay.
I don't listen to anything else. So
okay. So this is niche. This is cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
So when I hear it, I'm not. I don't want to judge them. I'm saying, like, what is the genre? And if that is the genre, I think you guys would know more than I would.
Yeah. I don't think this is just hip hop. I think this is more
like a different type of rap. I just like rap, like all. Yeah,
it's hip hop for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one real quick.
All right.
Next up, we got D4 Maximus Prime. The song called D420p. Is I'm dreaming?
No, I think the song's called Maximum Prime. The song called Maximum Prime, the dude is D2040p or 240p. It's confusing, damn.
240p. I ship your head out of the seas. I'm feeling loyal. That's what she like.
You can just stop right there, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
That's number 2 all the way.
You guys are making me laugh.
Bro, you could just stop. Bro, I don't even know why we even went that far.
Yeah.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
Hey, my homie, look, D240p, man. Keep doing your thing. I just...
Keep doing your thing, bro.
Well, you guys can't make me laugh before I hear it, though. Okay, moving on.
Moving on, bro. We go straight to got bars. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go straight to got bars, bro. This segment we gonna listen to
a nice little freestyle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on my lyrical vibe.
Damn. Okay, bet.
Charc, you go first. I don't even know what the beat sound like.
I'll go first, man. You know what I'm saying? Just have fun. Just vibe out.
So we going in order?
Whoever feeling the beat, you want to pick up, go ahead and pick up. Go crazy. I gotta remember to be PG-13. You ready? Hold on, the beat kind of low, bro. Turn me up.
PG-13, now talking about Paul George. You know I will do it and I pull up in the Ford. Bad girl with me, you know I'm on tour. Tired of guy, boy, I'll rock out a show. Rockin' Givenchy, I might just go blow. Tired of guys counting for show. Counting the M's, counting them Oreos.
Put up to the show. Tired of guy call me like Charc, we on go. I told him, yeah, give me just 5 minutes, bro. We gonna go ahead and hit. Yeah.
I'm in the booth, but it can't be the smoke. It can't be a joke when you come play defense. Your ankles are broke. I got heavenly tactics for these Beverly Patricks. I got different styles, different metaphors, and I settle for. I don't settle for anything. It took like 11 levels of the devil to make me. I settle like pastry. I know they gon' be settling hasty. There's a lot of things coming. People want to act like I'm drumming, but still raise 2 kids like I'm Phil drumming. I'm still numbing. My face ain't moving. I ain't losing. I ain't choosing. A lot of things losing. I ain't moving. A lot of bangles, tigers, and hold on, get back to the fire. Me and my boys ain't liars. Just passing flyers. Let's get back like tigers. But we ain't doing this. We ain't losing this. The beat slow, but I'm not really moving this. My brain real stupid on some noodle I don't like to cuss, but I'm nutty as a baby Ruth. Save the truth. I'm in the trunk like Ray Caruth. I'm ready to do it. I'm crazy. Ooh, I got mine. Hold on, get back like mimes. Get back. You guys can pick it up now. Hold on.
That man's going crazy. All right.
Dang.
All right, we gotta.
Okay.
Come on, Todd. We gotta be on something like that.
All right, bet. Let go. Hey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey. Tired I got boy, man, you know I'm not shying. One thing, do I got money on my mind? Tired of guy get to the grind. Grit, gotta shine. Hey, tired of guy, boy, I get what's mine. Walk up in the store, might spend 5. Got right on my side. Tired of guy, yeah.
Look, let me go ahead and spit it real quick for the beat cut off right now. I be like, Chizzy Charc, damn young dude, you be really how do you do it? Like how? I don't really know, I'm going crazy on the beat. Young dude really go crazy on the big beat. And you know, all my niggas got freaking hell, they got days on their feet.
You know what I like? Listening to Tupac, pulling up on a new block in some black shoes and some tube socks, telling you Brox, you don't want it. If you caught a trip, you gon' get you shot. I got a lot of people that like to talk about mine. First people in line for the chalk outline. People talking things, but I don't really see it. I got a lot of things, but I don't wanna be them. I grew up on an early age. Somebody shot my pops. Nope, they didn't do it. I grew up on a potty rotten, and when I grew up, somebody popped them. Dang, cause death is promised. It's not an option. The only option is the only option is the casket your body can rot in. How could you still walk with a style and talk with a smile if you saw all the bull crap I saw as a child? I don't really talk about mine, but people like to see a lot of hold on, get back to the game. This the peephole. Tell the person you can't really cheat though. When it comes to hooping, you know I got the cheat code. I'm sort of like Debo. I take this thing down and I'm old school, still eating on O2s and drinking O through like a Cheeto. Let's get back to the old shit. Excuse my lang king. I don't mean to cuss, but I know this. If I'ma be so focused, I gotta get more money from now until it's 06.
Till it's 06. Then I go ahead and flip a brick. Young Chizzy, yeah, you know I'm really from the 6. Really from the 6.
Chizzy from the 6, and I'm from the 6 too. Hey, we could put it on a beat real quick. Put in the bit of let's put. Dang, you was wigging.
I couldn't keep up with that, bro.
Oh, these beats are
keep up with that.
These beats are slow, so
Good
my
stuff,
brain
bro.
ain't. It's not.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up. I tried to keep up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the vocabulary was
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, bro.
Thank
you. Yeah, that's why I gotta read.
We're just having fun.
We just having fun.
We need a new beat to close it out. Fast
Close
beat.
it out? All right, bet.
Close it out.
Bet.
We don't want to go slow. We're about to get serious now. When this fast thing come on, it's on. I'll set it off for y'all early. Hold on.
Okay.
That's squad, turn that shit off.
Hey.
Oh, man.
I see them running up the sound of the da-da-da-da-da. Word is it coming from the predator ahead of everything. And my competitors know that I'm better than they know that they not ready. Look. And people wanna tell me that I'm tragic. I'm better than magic, bastards. I smoke black and mouths to the plastic hot. And of course I'ma ride till my casket drop. I'm a gangster, no I'm not. I'm on the block every day, 2 scoops of girls in my car. They see me, they say Subu. Oh, I'm not a G, I just break my thing. They be talking all these things like I break my rings. I don't. And people trying to say that I'm past it. People got game, but I put them in a casket. Bastard, I move things and I'm ready as shit. I got game and I'm heavy in this. It's next for you to spit.
Damn. All right. Hold on. I gotta keep up, man.
Hey,
hold up, bro.
Yeah, hold on.
Damn.
Hey, boy. Yeah, I'm on my West Coast vibe. 6'4" Impala when I'm riding my ride. You know I'm doing my thing, yeah, I know I do my Dougie. Bad girl in the back of club trying to hug me. Had to kick a bye-bye, I don't want you. Tired of guy counting up them hundreds, boy, they blue. Cash is really, I don't really give a damn. Tired of guy, boy, I get his money, Uncle Sam.
Young Chizzy Charc got manners. Pull up on me, nigga, I ain't no actor. I'm gonna do a show with Bro Collector. Shit, yeah, bring it right back, cause you know that I'm on track. I don't really give, cause you know I'll bring it back. Young Chizzy, and I'm sipping on that act. And you know I'm going crazy, I ain't never gonna curse.
Now it's time for me to get back on the bomb. Your heart, I greet it with both palms. Grip it hard until heart disease get in both arms. If y'all the preachers, I know God. But if you the teaching board, then I'm Morgan Freeman and Joe Clark. And if you lean on me, the toast from my Clark, it might bleed on me. My coat's cloth, so I floss the receipt on me. I'm Kobe Bryant, so my clothes iron neat on me. I'm Kobe Bryant in the 3-on-3, I'm ballin'. Is my Wallace really Jordan? Tee off, please, I'm stay golfing. If you don't squeeze your brain off, insane marksman, this be on freeze. But people ain't listening. I'm sicker than germs made from the first 8 symptoms. And I ain't tripping. And you ask me what I seen a bird man fishing. And me and my son, we like to do the crazy part. We've been rapping all day and we started with Baby Shark.
Oh, that's fire. That's the best we ever had. Sorry. That's the best we ever had.
I was dookie, bro. Damn, Bone Collector, listen, man. I appreciate you for coming out, brother.
Yeah, 100.
You know Thank you,
saying?
guys.
You just went crazy. That's a good way to close this, end it off, bro.
Yeah, just a little fun. I like to have a lot of fun. Me and my son rap all the time, and he says my hooks. So that was like, that was a combination of things me and my son say all the time. Yeah. So it was just a fluid. It was nice.
Yeah,
I like to do that.
That was nice.
Like to trade mind games is what I call rapping.
You got any final words before we close this off, bro?
One thing I want to tell kids is, there's been a real bad misconception on life that tells you have to grow up and be somebody. And I think that we should understand that you were born somebody. You have to put a lot of work in to become who you are. And don't let anybody take that from you. We're all special. Everybody has a special gift. And because your gift is different than other people's doesn't mean it's worse or less. It all works together at the end of the day. I'm not even a rapper or anything, but I feed off them. I'll say whatever I want to say if I have to make it make sense for us to have a good time. So it's not about being better or worse. I don't know. I think all of us were great today. Yeah. I think with us doing it like that, and when in life, when you do things like that, the world changes. And number 2, let's stop being so focused on ourselves and remember that the earth always is alive. We can't just kill it just because we want to wear chains and jewelry and shoes and stuff. We can't kill the earth because we want to be fly. That is not cool. My son can't grow up without natural resources just because I'm saying that for me, myself too. There's a lot of things I could have done throughout my lifetime to change that, like smoking cigarettes. I used to do that. Get rid of all that stuff that's bad for the environment so you can at least see yourself alive for longer in our future.
100%.
100%, man.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Make sure you guys follow Bone Collector everywhere. Is that the name on all platforms?
Yes. You can follow me on Instagram at Bone Collector 6, on YouTube, Bone Collector Unlimited. And if you like this Floyd Mayweather Playing Against Me 50-in-1 shirt, you can go to bonecollector.store and get your own.
I'm going to go get mine.
And thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate it. No problem, man.
Appreciate it. Anyways, y'all, make sure you follow us on the 1422 Instagram. Me, Ty the Guy. You know, we got my boy Black Charc up in here. Any your last words, Charc?
Hey, man, just make sure you stream everything on all streaming platforms. We're out everywhere. Follow us on Twitter at 1422 Podcast and Instagram at 1422 Podcast. And it's Chizzy.
Ty the Guy 1422.